Yeah, and you're saying to maintain the continuity of the books and the integrity of your books and your library. If you ever want to, preserve your books, it's better to give it away or have it given to a institution that can keep it.
Yeah, because they're not all the books are being put on what
eBay and all those places.
yeah, not only that, but they're trying to do away with books.
Yes.
And they're primarily in the hands of other people than us.
Yes, sir.
And whoever controls the narrative controls the story.
That's right.
And you end up in a situation, whoever tells the story becomes the hero because they tell the story the way they want it
Yes,
to
sir.
come out. So yeah, that's a part of what we must do. And we must write more books. We don't write enough.
That's why I'm waiting for you to come out with your book.
I'm working on it.
Good.
Because I have a very funny biography, and it's very, in some ways, it's intriguing. Of all of the kind of things I've encountered, not only in Africa, but just growing up here in America and growing up down south.
Right.
Because when I was born and when I was a boy growing up, they still had black water fountains, white water fountains, and down in South Carolina, where I'm coming from,
Right.
Black people had give white people undue respect. To the point that you got out of the way of white folk when you were coming and you both were facing each other. You gave deference to them. At least most black people did.
Right.
And I was almost lynched.
Really?
They tried to lynch me when I was,
They tried to lynch you?
Yeah.
What, they caught you in a place that you wasn't supposed to be, or what happened?
No, actually, I was with my cousin, and he was going to Bible Scotia College to see his girlfriend at the time. And we made a U-turn. This is in Concord, North Carolina, Mecklenburg County, which has the largest number of lynchings of any county in America.
Mecklenburg?
Mecklenburg County. And I happened to Crawford made a U-turn in front of this truck,
Right.
Old truck, full of stuff that like they was putting up a fence or something, so it had poles and all that. And it was an elder white man driving, and his brakes was bad, and he had a hard time missing us. We almost collided, so he started cursing and calling us niggers, and he pulled over in front of us, maybe about 3 car lengths. And he got out, and then I didn't realize, but that truck was full of young white boys.
What?
About 5 of them piled out of that truck, back of that truck. And they went straight to the back of the truck and started pulling the poles, that they had piled up there, like they were putting down fence.
Right.
And they had a big chain back there, a long chain. And they grabbed that chain, and the old white man was saying, lynch him, string him up. He didn't say lynch, but he did say string him up. And first I wasn't really paying them that much of attention, but you keep your eyes on white people.
Exactly.
You never know what they up to, and they done had to wobble and almost hit you and everything, and they calling you a nigger. So
right.
You take them very serious because they up to something.
Exactly.
And so they were trying to, because they start punching me with the sticks, jabbing me with the sticks, and then they were trying to get the chain around me. You had a couple white boys on this side, and the other ones had the chain, and they were trying to push me against the fence and wrap me in the chain. So,
Wow.
you know, they could have been going to hook me to the truck and drag me,
Right.
you know, that way. So I started hollering for my cousin to shoot him, because, you know, everybody carry a gun in the
Right,
South.
right.
And I knew my cousin had a gun in the car. He keeps it in the glove compartment all the time. Because we never know who we're going to have
Who's gonna
to
run up on
use
you?
it. Not so much for white folk, but everybody, because, you know.
Right.
So I'm hollering, Crawford, shoot him! Shoot him! And it seemed like it was taking Crawford forever
To pull out that gun.
to respond. And I'm hollering so loud. Finally, I see the window slowly going down on the passenger side. So he done got the gun out of the glove compartment. He got it out of the window, and he's pointing it
Right.
at these white folks. And he said, which one? I said, Crawford, shoot all these motherfuckers. Shoot them now. Shoot them. And I'm hollering. And so finally he clicks it. You know, he clicks the hammer back to shoot. And when he clicked it, that's the first time them white boys paid any attention to what was going on. They heard the click. And they looked down the barrel of that gun that Crawford had hanging out of the window. And they immediately started backing up. And they backed up and got in the truck. And they left.
They don't want to get killed.
So we went on into college. And we in there playing. I was playing the piano. I knew one song, and so we trying to impress Crawford's girlfriend, and I'm playing the piano. So for some reason, I decided just to look out of the window, because the piano was sitting right there, and the window was right beside. And I see all these white folks in front of the college. They didn't come back.
What?
They left, got a bunch of other white folk, and they come, and they all up and down the road in front of the college. So, well, you know, you got to realize the crime was that these niggas done pulled a gun
Of course.
on the white man. So, you know, they can't get away with that. So I said, Crawford, they back. And Crawford's girlfriend looked out the window. Then she ran up to tell, you know, the administrator that there was a bunch of white folks out there.
Right.
And she comes down. She's a beautiful black woman, elderly woman, and she said to us, me and Crawford, y'all got to go. And we said, go where? I said, what do you mean we got to go? She said, well, if you don't leave here, they will come in here. Eventually, they're going to come in here to get you, and I can't have my girls exposed to this kind of danger. Y'all have to go. I said, no, we can't go. We can't leave here. If we walk out that door, they will kill us. You know, I'm thinking, well, maybe she's going to take us to the back door.
Right.
But you know, we can't go out there. And she said, well, you can leave the back way. But it started raining. First it just started raining, and we were there just watching, because I don't know whether they done went to the back. I ain't never been to the back. I don't know really where I am outside of how I just came in here. Even though it's one big building, you know, I'm really concerned, and I'm scared, because I know these white folk. I know these white folk.
Yes, sir.
That's where I was brought up. So I'm counting my hours. So, but anyway, the rain kept getting harder and harder and harder, and then it started the thunder.
Started pouring down, huh?
And lightning pouring down. And so we were just there looking at them for maybe 15 minutes or so, with all of the thunder and the rain. And finally they like started to leave, and the rain just washed them all away because the rain was coming down so hard. They left.
Wow.
And when they left, we ran out of the door and jumped in the car, and we got out of there as fast as we could possibly.
That is his story, and he's gonna stick by this one, brother.
Now, let me say this,
okay.
Because the Caribbean News did a story on that.
Really? Stick a pin. Hold on, stick a pin. Be right back.